Pam Cook and Todd Porter. The news is always changing. Listen for the very latest. Canton's Morning News. News Talk 1480 WHBC.
News Talk 1480 WHBC 750. We're at 10 minutes now before 8 o'clock. Pam Cook, Todd Porter with you on Canton's Morning News. And we've been mentioning about baby boomers and how, baby boomers may live longer, but they actually may not be as healthy as their elders were. And right now on our WHBC Newsline, we bring in Dr. Stephen Reisman. Good morning, Dr. Reisman.
Good morning.
Well, tell us about this study. This is kind of fascinating because it questions whether or not baby boomers are healthier than their elders, or are they just benefiting from advances in medical treatment?
Exactly. They're benefiting from advances in medical treatment and early diagnosis. Probably we're finding more high cholesterol and diabetes because we're testing more the younger individuals in the 20 to 40 age range. But the important thing is that there's clearly an increase in obesity that's tied into diabetes, tied into something called metabolic syndrome, and tied into a dysfunction of your blood vessels. So there is a risk long-term, with this type of situation of developing plaque.
Now, are there more is there a particular illness that is affecting baby boomers more so than their parents?
I think obesity is really the big issue these days. On our website, which is www.newyorkcardiac.com, we have a blog area, and we talk about all the ways you can prevent this type of situation. Diet, exercise, things along those lines that you really have to pay attention to. But it's really, a lot of it's tied to obesity, and with obesity comes increase in blood sugar and increase in cholesterol and triglycerides. Absolutely no doubt about it.
Well, why do you think the other than the obesity, is there another reason? I mean, it just seems to be like there's foods now that are much more unhealthy than maybe baby boomers' parents had.
Well, the whole increase in fast foods, in carbohydrates in foods, in sugar in drinks, all this has contributed. I think has contributed to this increasing problem. However, in certain areas of the country, there's a push now to try to limit this in schools and try to be a little more protective of our children and our young adults.
So as everyone blames baby boomers for sort of having taxing the Social Security system, we can blame doctors for that now, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. We need about an hour to discuss the healthcare system. But, basically, my breakfast consists of an apple, an orange, banana, different things, fruit, and I eat a lot of vegetables during the day, high fiber. We discuss on our website how you can have a very simple high fiber diet. Exercise. It's simple. You have to just walk 30 minutes a day briskly. You don't have to work out on a treadmill. There are things you can do on a regular basis to decrease your overall cardiac risk and increase your longevity. Very easy things to do.
Do you think the lifestyle, too, sort of led to this? Over the last 20 years, it seems like life has gotten busier and people work longer, they do more. It's not just that they go to work from 9 to 5 anymore. They're going to work from 8 until 6 or 8 until 7, whereas their parents, probably work more
less
regular
stress,
hours.
Yeah, less stress.
Well, I think if this increase in work hours diminishes the type of quality diet you have and you don't get enough exercise, then it's going to have an effect. If you could fit all those other things into it, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just fitting in the preventative things that we want to do to make sure you stay healthy.
And as you mentioned, cholesterol being a problem, there's cholesterol medicine now that everyone takes to sort of lower your cholesterol, not naturally, but through medicine you can do that, as opposed to the baby boomers. Their parents sort of probably didn't have those things available to them.
Exactly. And again, you don't have to necessarily start with medication. As I said on our website, we talk about different types of diet, different types of nuts you could eat to decrease your cholesterol, different types of natural ways to try to start to decrease your cholesterol before you go to medication. But diet is critical in that, absolutely.
All right, Dr. Reisman, give us that website one more time.
www.newyorkcardiac, NEWYORKCARDIAC, newyorkcardiac.com. Click on the blog area, and there's a lot of different things we write about prevention. It's all geared for patients and for individuals out there.
All right, Dr. Reisman, thank you so much for your time.
Pam Cook and Todd Porter. You can count on